Starting off as a PC brand, Lenovo has strangely become one of the most popular tablet brand in 2021, mainly because the previous model they have released, that is Xiaoxin Pad Pro 2021, that was almost a premium tablet. The screen, the performance function was so well and the price was extremely low. It soon became such a big thing to talk about among all the tech communities. But just in half of a year, now we've got its upgraded version that is a 12.6-inch version. It has a bigger screen with 120 Hz of refreshing rate, bigger battery, and bigger storage and memory. So we're gonna talk about how does it actually function comparing to the previous one and if the upgrade is worth it or not. Let's start talking with its pricing. Probably some of you are not as favorable for its value for money as for the Tab P11 Pro. Indeed, now you have to pay a lot for the upgraded version, but not exactly including the better performance, since they are both powered by the Snapdragon 817 chipset. But this chipset is still the best chipset that you can have on Android tablet. But if you bring it to the comparison with the Samsung Tab S7 Plus, the P12 Pro is obviously an excellent cheaper option with pretty much the same performance for the money. The S7 Plus tablet uses an 120Hz 2K AMOLED display powered by a Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset, which could deliver a very close performance in terms of hardware capacity. With this in mind, just think about whether it's worth paying the extra money for this upgrade. So now let's look at the design. This tablet design is pretty much exactly the same as the previous one. The P12 Pro has the same integrated metal body without any seams. It still feels pretty premium and no doubt has the best build among all the Android tablets. The P12 Pro's bezels are as narrow as the previous one, but it's visually narrower because of the bigger display. So as the thickness, it's physically 2mm thinner and feels even thinner than what the figure gives us when holding it in hand. And to guarantee stable wireless signal, the antenna band is also reserved. The other detail like the Quell speakers tuned by JBL, fingerprint unlock, and micro SD card slot also got reserved. You may note that the camera module seems to be different from the P11 Pro, but actually the hardware used inside doesn't change at all. Another most significant difference is about the attached stylus. The second generation of the stylus finally supports magnetically attaching at the back with wireless charging. But I also want to remind you that the first generation of the stylus designed for the P11 Pro also works with the P12 Pro, although it's not going to be charged magnetically. And the new tablet also comes with the new keyboard kit, which now supports Bluetooth connectivity beside the contact connection. Like the previous one, the P12 Pro can be considered a 2-in-1 tablet with the keyboard kit too. The display is definitely going to be the most important thing in making your choice between them. First, it's bigger and smoother with better pixel detail. The new tablet's display applies the same pixel arrangement as the Samsung Tab S7 Plus, and this new pixel arrangement significantly improved the font blurring issue of the Lenovo P11 Pro that we mentioned in its comparison with the Xiaomi Pad 5 Pro. Comparing to the previous one, the sharper text edge on the P12 Pro did bring much better reading experience, which has been pretty close to what we have on LCD panels. Not only the better reading experience, the new design of pixel arrangement also brings out more vibrant colors where blue pixels involved. If without comparison with the P12 Pro, I wouldn't have realized that the older P11 Pro's colors were a bit dull. And it continuously supports Dolby Vision and HDR content, as you can see in the video, although our camera may not exactly show the gap, but I believe most of you already can pick out which one looks better. And the better color presentation also makes it an excellent option for photo or video editing in the latest ZUI 13 operation system. Users can turn the tablet as a second screen for a PC by wireless connection. However, by far it only supports the projection at 2K 30Hz signal with very obvious latency. And under this mode, the wireless protection cannot really show the strength of this display as it should be. For professional image processing, it's also important to note that the tablet supports 100% of P3 gamut and other gamut for conversion. In addition, the 120Hz takes the whole system to another level. That is the highest refreshing rate that you can have on a tablet product. But on the other hand, the 2K resolution is still the same as the previous one, and the peak brightness also remains at around 600 nit, which is only available in partial area. At this time, the new tablet supports an enhanced brightness mode and strong sunlight, which is pretty convenient to use outdoors. Pad comes with 4 JBL speakers. That's going to be very satisfying if you watch Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. For the most of the times, you're not gonna need an external speaker.
Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I never let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside.
Like the P11 Pro, the new tablet has taken fully advantage of the Snapdragon 870 chipset. So the performance test didn't bring us much surprise. No matter for the benchmark results or the actual gaming performance, the P12 Pro is still the most powerful beast among all the Android tablets. By the way, playing games on this 12.6-inch 120Hz display is such a satisfying experience. On the P12 Pro, Lenovo eventually updates the operation system to ZUI 13 for Pad, which aims to give users better experience with tablet products and make it more suitable for tablet use scenarios. But the update is not very effective since we did not find some optimization about the existing features, but few new features were developed in the latest version of the OS. The PC mode is still the most successful feature for the new software, but there is no obvious update for the PC mode. You're still allowed to open 5 app windows at the same time. There is still the same interface with what we had on the P11 Pro. Even so, it's still the best solution for 2-in-1 tablet that you can have in the market right now. One of the few new features that we mentioned above is the wireless capacity of being a second screen for PC. But just like I said, it doesn't really work well for the latency and the poor colors. As for its camera module, we shot a few samples for you with the 13 megapixel main camera and 5 megapixel wide-angle camera. The tablet is not exactly designed for photography, and of course its performance doesn't compare to some mid-range phones. So here, just check by yourself whether it meets your needs or not. Another small upgrade is power solution. The P12 Pro features an 10,200 mAh battery, which is 1,600 mAh larger than the P11 Pro with up to 45 watts fast charge. But the charger included is just a 30 watt one, so if you want to fasten the charging, you'll have to buy another 45-watt charger that supports QC4 protocol on your own. Here's the results of our charging test and battery life test. It's definitely gonna last than one whole day as long as you don't game heavily on it. So for the conclusion, basically the new version is definitely a lot of better than the previous one, but the main upgrade is going to be the screen. The screen is going to be bigger, faster, and more vivid, and the battery is a little bit larger, storage a little bit better, and all the other good things has remained like the previous one. So if you're gonna buy this, you're gonna be spending that few $100s mainly for the screen, and if you're not very sensitive to the color and the screen function, probably the previous one is going to be enough for your usage. And also, if you're gonna get the new one, in spite of having the old one, you also have to get the new pen, the new keyboard kit. That's also gonna spend a few more dollars. You can make your decision according to what you need the most. So this is going to be all for today's review. This is Gizmochina and my name is James. Please leave a like if you have enjoyed the video, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.